I'm a Latino woman who grew up in a white family that often made fun of Latino workers without papers. And this was just done throughout my childhood, as half of my family owned restaurants and a lot of the staff in the back were Latinos. And I worked at my family's restaurant as a busser, and so I was constantly going from the front of the house to the back of the house, and the comments that I would hear would just frustrate me to no end, because I would see how hard these people would be working, often riding a bike to work in the rain and the snow to take care of their families, and then hearing comments about how many kids they had or how they aren't paying them quite as much as they deserve because they don't have papers, so they can get away with it. Things like that were common. Half of my family, more than half, are Trump supporters that are supporting the deportation of Latinos. And it just makes me think that if my mom and dad hadn't adopted me and I hadn't been part of their family and gave them something out of it, they wouldn't have cared about me. They would have laughed in the face of a little brown girl for not having papers. But because the cards that I were dealt gave me white parents, I had their privilege and have my citizenship. But that isn't something that all adoptees have. There are many adoptees that have and continue to be deported and will be targeted by ICE. And this isn't something that adoptees or adoptive families should be upset about, because all of a sudden adopted and foster children are being targeted to some degree. This is a problem for all families, and you shouldn't just care when yours is at risk. There are so many children, so many moms and dads being ripped from their kids because of circumstances out of their control, because they were born in another place.